Hey, this is Ralph back with a three-card tarot reading, answering a question that comes up in tarot sometimes, once in a while. Why doesn't he call? Or why doesn't she call? This is a relationships question that will come up periodically in which someone has a lover, a wife, spouse, significant other, and who just doesn't seem to find the time to pick up the phone, take the phone out of their pocket, and just call, let you know what they're up to, what they're doing, just touching base. And sometimes we'll get people coming to us thinking that maybe he's seeing somebody else. Maybe he's no longer interested in you. All kinds of things. And sometimes that could be the case. Other times it could be just other pressures that are entering into that person's life that they're not really that focused on you. And sometimes people will take the other person for granted. And this is kind of a sad fact for a lot of people out there. I've known people that feel like if they call their wife, their mother, their significant other once a year for their birthday, they're doing pretty darn good. And if they call twice, once for their birthday and once for Christmas, they're really doing pretty darn good. These are people who are pretty wise in the ways of the world, but not very tuned in to the ways of the heart. And there are a lot of people like that out there. And that shows in this tarot reading. First card here, Ace of Pentacles. Here we see good energy for the world of finance, focus on money, focus on business, focus on careers. And that seems to be the main focus in their life is all about wealth, all about money, all about career, all about advancement. But when it comes to love, we see the Page of Cups. We see an interest in love, but with pages, I always get the feeling that this is a person who is very new and inexperienced. Somebody who may be the Wizard of Wall Street, but not very good when it comes to matters of the heart. And they may be in a position where they're just taking the other person for granted, which is not a good place to be, but it's not the end of the world either. But there is a possibility to work this situation out to a happy conclusion. Be patient, bear with this person. If they're not calling you, don't automatically assume that they're playing around. What you can do instead is pick up the phone yourself and call them out of the blue, and try to get communications reestablished that way. Find out what's going on. Let them know that you are there for them, no matter what kind of troubles they may be having in their life. Just pick up the phone. If they're not calling you, you can go ahead and call them. See about getting a nice, friendly conversation going. Because a lot of times, if a person is distracted by a lot of problems on the job, in work, in the financial realm, it's easy for them to forget a lot of times the matters of the heart. And a nice phone call from out of the blue from the person that loves them would be a good wake up call that it's not all about money. It's about matters of the heart too. And yeah, if they receive your phone call, they seem to enjoy it, they seem to like it, they're open, you know that you are still in the loop. And if they don't, if they hang up on you, if they block you on Facebook, things like that, well, then, yes, that's a real definite deal killer. But it doesn't necessarily have to be that kind of a thing. A lot of times it's just the fact that they're so preoccupied on other matters, namely finance and job, that they forget about the heart. And yeah, if you can reach out to them, get the communications restarted, a lot of times it can still work out to a happy ending. So, yeah, it can be frustrating, I know, trying to have a relationship with somebody that takes you for granted, somebody that is not very good about expressing their emotions, not very good about matters of the heart. But you can break them in, ladies, and you can train them to become a better human being, a better person, and yes, a better soulmate. So, hope you found some value in this reading. If you'd like to see about getting your own personal tarot reading with us, either by phone or by email, you can visit my main website online, which is ralphstarot.com/readings, and that link will be in the program description down below. Until later, take care, and we will be back at you with future updates. Have fun. Bye-bye.